2 years ago, I sat in front of this camera and I told you that if with your help we could elect 4 more legislators who believed in equality, we together would get it done in 2007. Basic rights, domestic partnerships, and I am so proud to be here today to say, with your help, we did it.
In May of 2007, we passed the Oregon Equality Act.
And House Bill 2007, providing for protections for all of Oregon families.
The atmosphere in the Oregon Capitol was electric.
You could just sort of feel it in the air that this is happening and it's happening now.
The win was so amazing, and still I think I'm in shock still, to be honest, because the fight has been so absolutely long.
To be there and to have finally our state stand up for us and validate us as a family was a very powerful moment.
And it didn't happen by accident, right? It's tons of people working really hard. It's tons of people spending their money. It's tons of people volunteering and being willing to put themselves out there.
We still have a ways to go, but this was an important first step.
We'll be able to live our lives to the fullest because we have rights that protect us and recognize us as human beings. It's that basic.
I'm proud to be living in the state because of those bills.
To have that public recognition does make a big difference, I think, in our daily lives. To have everyone look at us like, oh, that's just another Westland family.
I feel like this is a really important step forward for Oregon.
I think that Bro has moved mountains. I really do. I mean, I think of where we were and where we are now.
34 years ago, we nearly passed non-discrimination in the Oregon House. And here we are. It took an entire generation later to accomplish this.
January 1st, our families will have protections. Their failure to gather signatures is huge.
I would love to just spend these days with my kids and my partner and be able to stop fighting, but I know that we're not done.
Our opponents have vowed to begin collecting enough signatures to force a ballot initiative in 2008.
With the leadership of Basic Rights Oregon, this community is ready.
They failed in their first attempt to gather signatures, but we know that they'll be back.
People are going to work hard and protect what they've fought for decades.
We must be prepared for the fight of our lives to protect these laws.
This is a struggle for civil rights at its most basic.
Oregon is our home. We're going to keep fighting, and it's going to take all of us.
If the rights of one part of the community are not protected, then the rights of all peoples are not protected.
Look at us as a family. That's what's at stake.
The only way that the extremists are going to win is if we don't raise the resources to get out the facts.
If we don't stand together, if we don't give everything that we have, if we don't write really big checks for each other to get this work done, the work of over 3 decades will be erased.
For every young person who grew up under the shadow of Lon Mabon and those horrible ballot measures, and for everyone who's worked for decades to try to tell the truth about our lives, it's time.
It's taken 30 years to get to this point, and it's absolutely time that we protect the legislations we have now.
It's time that we build a society based on respect and equality.
It's time, and it's up to us.
It's time, Oregon, to do the right thing.
To step up and do your part.
It's time for our community.
For basic fairness.
It's time.
For our family.
It's time.
For all families.
It's time.
For our youth.
For all of us.
It's time.
For fairness.
For equality.
It's time.
For my grandkids.
For transgender equality.
For fairness in Oregon.
For our family.
It's time.
For all of us.
Es nuestro tiempo.
It's time for Oregon.
It's my time.
It's your time.
It's our time. Oregon, it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's about damn time.